What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new tactic. Today we have got the best 4-3-3 you will see this year. Why am I confident? Because we have tested with six very different teams. Double the usual tests, and we have gone European dominance. We have gone over in Germany, France, Italy, England, Spain and Portugal. All very different standards of teams, from the top of the top to top 4 to middle table to right at the bottom. We have gone through the ultimate test. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and as always, if you are interested in getting all of my year's tactics from this year, check out that Patreon in the link below. There is tons of cool perks. Let's get into the video. So then, first up, and as promised, is going to be Borussia Dortmund over in the German league, but we put on an absolute season. Now, this tactic is made for all teams, so it might not excel in possession, it might not excel in loads and loads of goals. It is a balanced 4-3-3 that will get the job done and can perform across any team in any single league. Now, I've tested in 6 leagues, so it gives me a wide variety of coverage to see exactly what can happen, and to be honest, in every single league I am more than happy with what I have personally seen. Over in Germany, we are going to go over and win the Champions League with Dortmund, and also lift the Bundesliga title with just 3 losses out of 34 games. We've got Adeyemi in there with the top goal scorers from our club. You've got Gittens, Schlotterbeck, you've got Rami in the top average rating. Cabell's going to be in the clean sheets as well. It's a really strong season from a very strong team. Of course, not clear favourites. You'd probably put Leverkusen and then Bayern Munich above them, or maybe joint with Dortmund and Leverkusen. Bayern definitely above them though. And as a team, we are going to score more goals. We're going to have more shots. We've got the fewer shots against. Defensively, we are absolutely solid. And when it comes to the points per game, of course we are going to have that because, well, we won the entire league. Data hub wise, we are going to see 3.56 goals a game, 0.53 conceded, just over 22 shots a match, a pass completion of 84%, and attacker win ratio of 76.46. Now, the Champions League was against ourselves, so not only did we get Dortmund to the Champions League final, we also got Marseille there, so that's a bit of a teaser for what's up next, but that is a great start to the season. We are going to go over and look at that Marseille season, where it is going to be, again, a double winning season. French Cup winners 5-0, a fantastic game there. Runners up in the Champions League, of course, against Borussia Dortmund, and an invincible season in the French League, where we are going to dominate the top goal scoring rank, dominate the average rating, loads of plays in the assists, and also picking up the most clean sheets. Now, apart from PSG, who I imagine we drew against, we went to town on everybody in this league. Over 170 goals, close to 900 shots, a load of dribbles being made, hardly any goals conceded, a load of clean sheets, and also possession quite consistent at 55%. Again, this is not a tiki-taka tactic where we're focusing purely on that side of the game. This is designed to be used with any team that you back home wish to play with. The data hub for this save is going to be returning 5.21 goals a game, 0.65 conceded, over 26 shots a game, and an 86% pass completion. Now, German league, French league are both fast-paced. They're fast-paced leagues, you know, lots of attacks, lots of counter-attacks, so the goals are expected to come in, but even that has surprised me. This tactic is absolutely incredible. On to the next test. And that is going to be a league win with Torino. Our top goal scorer is going to be Antonio Sanabria, who is a 28-year-old good Serie A striker. He was better than good for us this season. A great player, only 2 losses. The Italian Cup maybe not be as strong, but in terms of the league, who am I to complain? We've got a player joint top goal scorers. We've got Elmas. We're going to have Cristiano. We've got some really big players in here. And you know what? You look at the teams around us, Atalanta, Lazio, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli, Roma, Juventus. These teams should be above us, in my opinion. So we had a remarkable season. And over in Italy, defensively, we weren't the clear favourite. Lazio incredibly close. And actually, we are going to tie with Lazio when it comes to the clean sheets. But one thing we never fail, that is scoring goals. Over 100 goals again, significantly more than AC Milan. We had a lot more shots than everybody else. And traditionally, you have enough shots, you got to score more goals, unless something really goes wrong. Possession, we do fall a little bit in the Italian league, and this is why I've decided to show you over 6 leagues. Depending on the league that you play in, it will thrive in different things, but as a general basis, getting results is the main thing that it done consistently. A little less goals in this league with 3 goals per game, known as more of a defensive league. 0.82 conceded, still pretty decent. Over 19 shots and a very good pass completion, so we'll take a league title. Over to England, and over to a very, very good team in England, over to Liverpool, where we are going to be winners of 5 trophies in one season. The Carabao Cup 3-1 over Spurs, the FA Cup 6-1 over Burnley, the Europa League 4-0 over Ajax, and the Friendly Cup 5-0. That is just those trophies. The Premier League, of course we are going to be competitive, and we're more than competitive, we are nearly invincible. One loss there is going to come against Aston Villa, who actually finished in 11th place, so a tad bit disappointed there to not get that invincible season. We are going to have the likes of Szoboszlai and Mo Salah in the top goal scoring ranks, Trent and Robertson are going to thrive in the assists, and Alisson is going to pick up the most clean sheets, so a very, very strong season from everybody involved. As for the stats, what you'd probably expect, really good amount of goals, 1 off 150, over 930 shots, only 163 shots faced against us, and defensively, we are going to be absolutely brilliant. So you factor that in, you factor the fact we have won 5 trophies in one season, and also, you've got to factor in a data hub like this. Close to 4 goals a game, 0.45 conceded, an 84% pass completion, which is a little bit on the lower side. Maybe I would have wanted a little bit more from the team, but I can't really query it too much because everything we played in, we didn't just win, we absolutely walked. Over to the Portuguese League, where sadly we aren't going to win it, but we are going to have a big statement being made, finishing 2nd place just behind Benfica in the league. Winners of the Portuguese Cup though, so that is going to be quite the statement. We love to be seeing that. And runners up in the Europa Conference League. This is by far one of the weaker teams out of the teams we have played with, and it nearly got the job done in a situation of, well, it would have been a pure miracle. So absolutely thrilled we finished where we did. And the data hub is going to look like this: 3 goals a game, 0.62 conceded, the pass completion naturally a little bit better, and the shots per game also are going to be relatively high. But sadly, on the day, we just couldn't get the job done. And lastly, over to Spain, where we are going to pick up the Spanish treble with an 100% win rate in the Spanish League, the Spanish Cup 4-0 over Barcelona, and the Super Cup 2-1 over Barcelona. So overall, we have tested with 6 very different teams and come out on tops in all of them. Maybe you can argue maybe not for Aruca, however you say that, but I will say it is a 2nd place finish with a team predicted really low down the table, and we did win the cup, so I'm going to take that as a small win. As for the league, there's not too much to talk about. We have got some absolute talent in this team. We are going to take home the most clean sheets, the fewest conceded, the most shots at over 1,000, incredible to hit that, close to 200 goals in the league alone, and only 172 shots faced against. So that is going to translate into, yeah, a ridiculous looking data hub, and we can take a lot from this, you know. Success over in Germany, France, Italy, Liverpool, Spain, Portugal. It's a really strong tactic, so I think it's only fair we now go and talk about it. But now to go over and make this tactic, all you want to simply do is load in a clean slate, and we are going to go from there. I do want to quickly say, by the way, before we start talking about the tactic, if you do like rebuilds, make sure you are coming on over to Daily Josh. We put up a rebuild once every other day, so if you subscribe to both channels, you get a piece of content every single day. One rebuild, one tactic, vice versa, every single day, 365 days a year, no days off. Going over to this tactic though, we are going to load in a 4-3-3, and let's get building this tactic. So to start things off, you want to go down to the bottom left and go up to attacking, a very important thing to do in this tactic. The goalkeeper is actually going to be a sweeper keeper, simply set to defend. No crazy instructions, to be honest with you, because we are going to be quite a risk-taken backline, so I didn't really want a mental goalkeeper that also is going to contribute in taking risks. But you're then going to have 2 ball-playing defenders on the right-hand side and, of course, the left-hand side, and both of them are going to be set to tackle harder alongside of dribble more. Again, on the left, also the same on the right. Dribble more and also tackle harder. When it comes to the fullbacks, both of them, very important in the team, are both going to be set to attack, and they are also going to share the same instructions, but there is quite a fair few, so be ready to lock in because it's going to get pretty crazy. We are going to go with more direct passes, take risks, cross from the byline, run wide, stay wide, close down, and also tackle harder. Again, if you're wondering, Josh, how do I get closed down more? You need to close down the entire tactic and have a whole clean sheet tactic so you have got nothing in the outer possession. The left back is also going to share those instructions, so we'll go over it again. More direct passes, take risks, cross from the byline, run wide, stay wide, close down, and also tackle harder. So we're going to allow our fullbacks to have serious, and I mean serious, attacking ability. By the way, I know I accidentally hit sit narrow. It is stay wider. Both of them are going to be on stay wider. Now, these fullbacks are going to contribute heavily. You need to make sure you've got decent fullbacks that can go forward, that can put a ball in. If you want to use this tactic and your fullbacks have got really bad passing, I'm talking under 10, you can remove more direct passes and also take more risks, and that would impact the amount of goals you'll score, but it would still result in a fantastic 4-3-3 tactic that anyone can use back home. Going over to the midfield, centrally we are going to be using a DM who is going to come in on support, and he is going to be told to do not one but two things. That is going to be dribble less and also tackle harder. A very calm player in the team that will just seek to win the ball back and spray the ball out wide, play it short, whatever he needs to do to maintain possession. Going to the left-hand side, we are going to use a CM, or an AP, shall I say, on the left-hand side. An AP on attack, and he is simply going to be told to tackle harder, because by default, he has 3 instructions anyway: shooting less, dribbling more, and also taking more risks. A couple of things you can do to buff this guy up is to tell him physically to get further forwards and also roam, but for me, I didn't really feel like it was needed, so I'm going to leave that nice and simple. And to partner him, we are going to use a CM on attack, so a very attacking midfield, and that is simply him going to be on tackle harder. Again, no real need to overcomplicate things. I do want to quickly say at this part of the video, if you were interested in getting all 3 of these tactics, all of my tactics on console and on mobile, over 250 exclusive tactics, rebuild files, and so much more, you can come and check out the Patreon right now, where there is 20% off if you sign up today. Make sure you take full advantage, because usually it's a fair bit more, and it's the perfect time to go over, get all the files from the entire year. Make sure you go and take advantage. Now let's go over and break down the front 3. So, when it comes to the striker, we are going to use an advanced forward, and he is going to be told to close down more, alongside of tackle harder and also mark tighter. Both of the wide players are going to be 2 inside forwards on the right hand side and also the left hand side, and they are also going to share a few similar traits. They're going to have close down more, tackle harder, and mark position. So the right hand side will mark the left back, and obviously the left hand side will be marking the right back alongside of closing down and also tackling harder. Incredibly important you get the right position marked. When it comes to the team instructions, we are going to leave it to fairly wide, pass into the space, low crosses, focus down the right and the left hand side, run at defence, a higher tempo and a shorter passing directness. In transition, the top 3 are going to be clipped, counter press, counter, distribute quickly, and simply roll the ball out. And lastly, out of possession, we are going to go with something that never fails: the much higher, the high press, a maxed out trigger press, prevent, get stuck in, and simply step up more. Now, incredibly important you do stick around, because we are now going to go into the attacking version. Now, over the tests that we've done, I'm going to quickly run down exactly what variant we use for each team. So as a little golden rule for this tactic alone, every game I went into, I used a normal one. But there were so many scenarios, cup finals, derby games, big games, where we did use the attacking and the defensive. So make sure you've got all 3 at your disposal. The attacking version, the goalkeeper remains the same. The ball players also remain the same. The fullbacks, exactly the same. The DM gets axed, a DLP comes in. The AP, the same. The CM, the same. The inside forwards, not the same. Both on attack, on close down, tackle, mark position, and both on shoot more often. Again, if you've got players that can't really shoot there, do not have shoot more often on. For the first time, it might be in history on the channel, we've actually gone to very attacking as a sort of last resort, send it all, throw the kitchen sink at it and try and get a goal. So this is not recommended to start a game with, but to switch to if you desperately need a goal. As the passing and the tempo do remain the same, we're then going to double stack, be more expressive, and also run at defense. This good stuff doesn't change as well, because there is no real need for it. So the pass into the space, the low crosses, of course, doesn't change. In transition, the top 3 does get selected and also roll the ball out. And when it comes to out of possession, you probably can tell you can't go much more attacking than what we were. So all of this good stuff does remain exactly the same. Where this tactic will take a change is obviously in the inside forwards and what they offer, the DLP for example, compared to the default version. This is the different one. This is now a defensive tactic, but actually is quite a lot different. Of course, it's the same shape, but it's a lot more defensively minded. So the goalkeeper does remain the same. The ball players are now both on the default. The fullback left and right are both now on the default. The DM back in, support, dribble less, tackle harder. The CM on the left has a load of instructions on automatic. Tackle harder, move into the channels, roam from position, shoot less, dribble less, cross less, and take fewer risks. The CM on the right is on support, and he also has a lot of instructions. Pass it short, dribble less, shoot less, roam, move into the channels, and also tackle harder. Both of the inside forwards now both on support, on mark position, tackle harder, close down, and pass it short. And the advanced forward remains on attack on the same instructions bar one, as he is also told to pass it short. The mentality hasn't just dropped a little, it's dropped a lot, as does the attacking width. We are now a compressed, narrow, possession-based 4-3-3, where we are going to use low crosses, work the ball into the box, the passing all the way down, which naturally lowers the tempo, time wasting set to sometimes, and we are going to be more disciplined. So this tactic takes one big 360. In transition, we are going to hold the shape and then slow the pace down while rolling the ball out. And lastly, out of possession, we are going to rock the standard line with the high press and leave that bang on in the middle when it comes to the trigger press. And that's going to give you boys and girls not one, not two, but three versions of the 4-3-3 European machine, a tactic that is tested from Germany to France to Italy to England to Spain to Portugal, all over the globe. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be catching you in the next one.